Welcome to lesson 98. We're going to be looking at fraction, decimal, percent, equivalents. We have done this before, but this is a little bit more in-depth. Okay, let's get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at these three examples, 1/2, 0.3, and 40%. And we're going to find the fraction, decimal, percent equivalent for all three. Now, the more times that you do this, the better, because some of these fractions you're going to see again and again, and you'll know what they are as a decimal and as a percent just from memory. All right, let's look at 1/2 first. You may already know what 1/2 is as a decimal and as a percent, but you can turn any fraction into a decimal and therefore into a percent by looking at the problem as a division problem. 1/2 is the same as 1 divided by 2. So we can set up our divisor box, okay? 1 is being divided by 2. So you put your decimal there because 1 is the same as 1.0, and you just get started with dividing as normal. 2 does not go into 1, but it does go into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. My remainder is 0. So 1/2 is the same as 0.5, which is the same as, okay, I'm going to just add a 0 here, which is the same as 50 over 100. So it is 50%. All right, so let's look at 0.3. We're going to turn 0.3 into a fraction. Now, 0.3 is the same as 3/10, right? It is 3/10. Now, always reduce your fractions. This is something that a lot of you lost points on for that quiz. 3/10 cannot be reduced, so we're going to just leave it as is. And then to turn that into a percentage, we can simply take our decimal, right? And we add a 0 there. So it's 30 hundredths, which makes it 30%. Okay. And finally, we have 40%. 40% is the same as saying 40 over 100. So that is a fraction. Now again, I have to reduce my fractions. If you're reducing by 2, which is what a lot of us do, you would get 20 over 5. Well, I can also reduce by 10. I can take out a factor of 10, right? 20 times 10 over 5 times 10. Take that out, and I get 2/5. And of course, you can reduce that however you want, as long as you come up with 2/5. Now, what is that as a decimal? Well, it is 40 hundredths. So it's 0.40 or 0.4. So let's go back and fill in our chart. 1/2 as a decimal is the same as 0.5, and 40% is the same as 0.4. Well, 5/10 is the same as 50%. 3/10 is the same as 30%. And then as a fraction, this becomes 3/10, and this becomes 2/5. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and let me know if you have any questions. You need to completely fill in the table on page 98. So good luck, and God bless.